Welcome to Mora FC. It is what it is. Just look how this beautiful start. As you can see, there's no top stitching at that part, and you can look at this beautiful pocket. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks in achieving this style and also achieving this beautiful pocket, all the details, all the tricks that you need in making this beautiful pocket and how to make this pocket. It is what it is. Nothing is hidden and nothing is hidden. It's Mora FC. It is what it is. So as usual, we need our bars, the length, our shoulder to shoulder measurement, all these measurements, you know it already. It is what it is. So if you look at the design, you can see that there's a joining at the top side. So I'm going to deduct 6 inches. It can be 5 inches or 5.5. As you can see the design there, you can see there's a joining at the top side. So that's the join I'm going to deduct like 5 inches or 5.5, maximum 6 inches is okay. So then you from that is how you're going to measure it. You can see, and you add your length and your sewing allowance to it. It is what it is. So you know, at this top, you know, we have our half that we have to join, so you need to add your half inches to it. It is what it is. So this half will be the joining at the top side. I added everything at the bottom, so when I join the top side, it's always going to be equal. So my bars is 40, so I'm going to divide 40 into 4. That will give me 10, and I'm going to add my sewing allowance 1.5. So here you can decide to add 4 inches or 4.5 or 5 inches. It's okay. Don't go beyond. Don't do 6 inches or 5.5 is okay. Maximum 5.5. Maximum 5.5. It shouldn't be more than 5.5. So you can go 4 inches or 4.5 or 5 inches. So you can see my bars divided by 4. I added half an inch to it. Then I added extra 5 inches or 5.5 inches to it. It's Mora FC. It is what it is. So after cutting this, we're gonna cut the joining part, you know, at the top side. The join, this is the joining. This way we are not going to add any extra 4 inches or 5 inches to it. We're going to divide your chest into 4, then you add your 1.5 sewing allowance to it, and this have to be 6.5. You can see this is my 10 and this is my 1.5, and this is 6.5 inches. Then you cut. So this will be the joining part of it at the top. Please do well and check out my other videos. I have different styles that you have to learn. So we can join this. So this is how it's going to be. So when you check, you can check your length and see if you have your actual length and your sewing allowance. It is what it is. So my bars divided by 4, and I add my sewing allowance to it. This is it. I'm going to do the same thing. My bars divided by 4 plus my sewing allowance. Then I make my mark here. So this is 11.5. So I'm going to draw a straight line. So this line that I'm drawing right now is my bars divided by 4. It was 40. That will give me 10 plus 1.5 sewing allowance. So then you're going to draw this line. So this is actually how your fabric is supposed to be. So I'm drawing a line here. What is left is the extra that we are going to make it for the placket. So I'm going to measure 10 inches. You can use your shoulder to shoulder measurement. If your shoulder to shoulder measurement is 18, then you can use 9 inches or 9.5 inches to do that marking that I'm doing right now. I'm using 10. I'm marking from 10. You can see the design at that side. You know, we are going to do the placket. The placket at both sides. That's what we're going to do right now. So I'm marking 10 inches, and I'm going to mark 10 inches at the bottom as well. So we're going to pull everything to fall on the right side. So we're going to hold on the 10 inches like this. Have you seen? You hold it and you push it so that it falls exactly at the line. You can see that it has fallen exactly at the line. So you're going to let it lay flat, then you iron it. Very simple and easy. I'm trying to break it down in the simplest form, the easiest form for you guys to understand everything. And with the pocket, I'm going details in the pocket as well. So make sure you don't skip nothing. Just watch it through the end of the video. then you will understand more. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to mark 10 inches over here. Like I said, you can use your bust measurement. Your shoulder to shoulder measurement. If it is 20, you can use 10 inches. Then 10, you can still use 10. And if it is what it is. So you're going to hold that part. We're going to pull it back like that, as you can see. To form the placket in front. Then you iron it. So when you do it this way, this will bring it back to your bust measurement divided by 4 plus your sewing allowance 1.5. So the extra one has gone. So this is what we're going to do right now here. Pay attention. There are 2 ways of solving this problem here. After that, we're going to use this one to join it. So these are the things. We're going to use this invisible, double invisible. If you have it, you are safe. If you don't have it, there's another option. So I'll tell you what to do. If you don't have this, there's another option. Matter of fact, there's a 2 options that you're gonna add. It's either you hem or maybe you sew. So I'll show you what to do. So if you don't have this, so I'm going to divide this one into 2. Now when it comes to function, this is our glue. When it comes to function, this is our glue. It holds 2 fabrics together very strongly and firmly. This is our glue, not the shoe shine glue. This, when it comes to sewing, this is our glue. It is what it is. What I have seen. So you're gonna open it this way. Have you seen there's a line over there? This line. Then you're gonna sew on that line from the top to the bottom so that you hold it down. So if you don't have this, that's what you're gonna do. You see that line there? I'm going over there. This line, you just have to hold that placket. Then you sew from the top to the bottom so that you hold it down, the placket to form. But if you have this one saved, you just have to open this part. Then you put it there like that. Then you iron on top. Or maybe from that part, you can hem it from bottom to the top. If you don't want to sew, if you sew, there will be a thread. The thread is going to show in front of the fabric. The thread is going to show in front of the fabric. But if you see mine, there's no thread. There will not be any thread showing in front. But if you sew it, exactly, there will be a thread showing in front of it, which is not bad. It's the same thing. So don't force yourself like you're still gonna achieve this. You want to achieve this. So you open it this way, like that. Then you sew on top. From the top, you can see the line. You just have to match with the line. You sew it. You hold that way. Then you sew from the top to the bottom. And if you can't do that, you just have to open this way. Then you can hem that part as well. You can hem this part where we are putting the gum. You can just hem it to hold the placket down. It's more IFC. It is what it is. So this is what you can do. Then you just iron it like that. Please, if you are new to this channel, do want to subscribe, like and share, and comment, and click on notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will be updated. It is what it is. I post videos every Saturday, or maybe Sunday, or maybe on Wednesday. So do well and subscribe. So we're gonna join this one. We're gonna open it this way. Then we join it. It's more IFC. It is what it is. Just like that. Then you just have to sew on top like that. So you join it. So let me do that and come back. But before that, let's deal with the pocket. So this is the pocket. I'm going to break it down in the simplest form for you to understand this pocket. So I'm using 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. That is what I'm using right now. 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. You just have to get a pattern like this. Then you mark your 4.5 and you fold it into 2. Then you make a curve this one. Then you get this pattern. It's very important you get this pattern when you are doing a curvy pocket. It's helped a lot. So I'm going to give an extra 2 inches at this side and an extra 2 inches at the bottom as well. So I'm going to fold this way and fold this way, half inches, so that is 1 inch. So you can top stitch at that part, or if you have that army gum, that gum, you can put it there. So you're going to fold into 2. We need a middle line. This middle line is very, very important. If it's not important, I will not do it. Whatever you see me doing is important, so you have to do the same thing to achieve the best result. So you're going to match the lines together like that. You can see that my pattern have a straight line in the middle, so that's the center of it, so it have to match with the center. So I have 1 inch here and 1 inch there. As you can see, you make sure it lies perfectly. So I'm going to mark 1 inch to make a curve. 1 inch. Mora FC, it is what it is. Please do well and watch to the end of the video. You know, every part of it is very, very important. So you top stitch at that part. So we're gonna put our pattern, pocket pattern, on top like that. And hold it firmly, hold it strong, then you iron it, you pull it. If you look at the pocket, you can see that there's a space under the pocket, so we're trying to achieve that space. You see the center here, this center, you have to match the center of the pattern. You know, the centers have to match exactly the same thing. So just look the way I'm forming the pocket. You make sure you do the same thing to achieve the best result. If not, if you're gonna fix the pocket, it's not going to be straight. You witness what I'm telling you. It is what it is. So you pay attention. Look at the way I'm folding it. I'm taking my time. There's no rushing it. If you rush, you're gonna get it wrong. So you just have to take your time. Don't rush. I say don't rush. I say don't rush. So we keep moving on. Look at the way I'm forming it, you know, and make sure that you get a curve right, you know. Trying to make sure I get my curve right to get it a smooth curve. I'm taking my time. I did take my time here. So if I tell you that you should take your time, please do take your time. It is what it is. For this pocket, I'm not jumping no steps. I'm going to give you all the details, the tips that you need in achieving the pocket. So just have to keep on watching. So you can see that we have the beautiful pockets. You can do this 2 times. So this is the 1 and this is the 2. And this is the flap of it. So it's time to do the flap. Make it be 3 inches or 2.5 or 3 inches. So you just have to make a curve. It has to be longer than the pocket. If you have been following how we make pocket, like the cargo pocket and stuff like that, if you're following when we make a pocket with the flap, if you have been following, this part become easier for you. You know, it is what it is. So I'm just making the flap. Like I said, I'm breaking it down in the simplest form, digesting it for you guys in the simplest form and in the easiest form. Everything that you need. No jumping, no steps, no hidden, no hide and seek. It is what it is. The pocket is 4.5, so you're supposed to have like almost 4:45. No, like 4:45. So I'm gonna leave 1 inch here. So I want 1 inch over there. So I'm gonna trim that part off again, so that I'll have 1 inch extra. So ½ inch will be at the right side and ½ inch will be at the left side of the flap. So 1 inch. I'll give half here and half here, and everything will secure perfectly. It's more IFC. It is what it is. Please do subscribe, like, and share, and comment, and click on notification. You can ask me a question. You can search me on Facebook, Majid Real One. You can search me on Instagram, Mora FC, Facebook, Mora FC. You can send me your design. If you have a design that you want me to do a tutorial on it, we do it. So these are the flap. You can see we're gonna put the facing on that one. So you can see I've joined it. Let me show you how to iron that part. It has to face on top like that. You can see it has to face on top when ironing it. That's how it's supposed, the direction of that part supposed to be. Then you give it an iron. You give it a heat. It's more. You can see I've not cut the shoulder slope yet, and I have not cut the neck yet. So as usual at the back, I'll go fast here. I'll go really fast here because we have been dealing with this kind of issue, the shoulder slope, and I will add 4.5 inches extra allowance for the back, and you know, you are used to this, so let me go fast here so that we deal with the styles. If you want to learn how to cut a perfect neck, check on the tutorial below. You're going to teach you how to cut a perfect neck. So let's get back to business. We are finished with that. So this is the front, how this front is going to be. So it's time to go and fix the pocket. So let's go. There's a tricks that you need in fixing the pocket. So I'm telling you, if you jump these steps here, you're going to find yourself into trouble how to fix the pocket. More IFC, it is what it is. So as you can see the pocket, like I said, you can see that there's a space. You can see that there's a space under the pocket. So we have to achieve that kind of style. We have to achieve that shape, like that angle. You know, you can see that there's a space under the pocket. We have to achieve it. So when you're working with two pockets, when you're showing your top with the two pockets, you make sure that you check and match it together. Let the both pockets match exactly on the same line, fall on the same line, because if you don't check, one pocket will go up and one pocket will go down. So we have to open here, because if you don't open here, I'm telling you, the fixing of the pocket is gonna be, it's not going to be easy. So you open to this part, then you stop, you leave it like that. So we're going to open the placket that we formed. This is the placket. You can see you open it, push it away, push it somewhere, push it somewhere. So it's time to fix the pocket. Like I said, when you are dealing with the two pockets, you have to make sure that those two pockets fall on the same line. You check here, then you check here, and make sure that they match each other exactly otherwise. So you can see, look at what I'm doing here. I'm going to draw a line here. I open it up and I'm drawing a line here for the sewing allowance inside. Just look at what I'm doing right now. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. You can see that I'm putting my hands on it, taking time. Then I'm going to flip it to the other side as well. Then I draw a straight line. You can see where I'm drawing the line. Then I'm going to lay it down perfectly. Lifting it up, and I'm going to draw a straight line here. Whatever I'm doing, make sure you do the same thing, otherwise you're not going to get the perfect pocket. You can see I've marked the center of it. That's the center, the line of the pocket. You make a notch over there. You make sure you use your pen and make that center line on the fabric and also on the pocket, and let it lay there slowly. You make sure that everything lay flat. You can see I'm taking my time here. You're supposed to take your time. You should take your time here. Don't rush, otherwise you're not going to get the perfect. You can see that we've drawn the lines and everything lays flat. We have the center, so it's time for us to sew. It's time for us to sew the pocket. Very, very simple and easy. So you can really see that I'm taking my time. I'm really taking my time. So this flap is supposed to be half of the pocket, as you can see. It shouldn't be more than half of the pocket. Otherwise, when you're opening it, you're going to give you a problem. When you look at the design, it's half of the pocket. It's supposed to fall half of the pocket, or maybe less than half of the pocket. If it should be more than pocket, it shouldn't have to be more than a lot, you know. So you can see, so that when opening the pocket become easier for you. You can see, have you seen the way I lifted it up? So I'm going to sew on that part, 1/4 of an inch away. You make sure you trace the line. You can see that I'm taking my time here. Please do and subscribe, like and share and comment and click on notification, but it is what it is. So when you form that pocket, you can see at that part, how the pocket is supposed to let it be that way. Remember, we made a line at the center. We mark. You can see this is the mark. The mark has supposed to be it should be the same thing. It should be the same thing. You have to let it fall on the line, on the center, exactly on the center. Otherwise, you are not going to get a perfect pocket. Otherwise, the pocket will curve. You know, it will balance. You know, it's not going to be straight. It's going to balance. So that's why it's important you make those lines. You can see that I'm matching the center line. I made a line on the pocket and also on the fabric. So I make a double stitch over here. When I go to the center, then you make a double stitch, then you stop. That is where you're going to stop. So you can see that's a line, as you can see. So after that, you just have to check and see if you're on the right track. You can see that it falls perfectly on the straight line. Everything fall perfectly. So you can see, then we continue. If you do it's not falling straight, then you have to redo it again. So you do half, then you check and see that you are on the right track. Then you finish with the half. Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. It's more IFC. It is what it is. You need to take your time, don't rush. It's more IFC, it is what it is. So we're done with our pocket. So you need to check and see if everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, you can see we have it fine. So I'm gonna put my 4-inch pocket inside and see. So when you put it this way, then you have to go and iron it. Go and iron top of it, so you're gonna bring the curve, everything right, and you're gonna be smooth. It is what it is. So you can see everything has fixed in perfectly. So after that, you take it off. You have to leave the pattern inside, then you iron on top. To understand, then you iron on top. So now there's a flap. Let's deal with the flap. Like I said, the flap is supposed to be almost 4:45 because it was 4.5. So we had it 4:45. So 4:45. So that's how the flap is going to be. When you're making a flap, do one and don't cut all of them the same thing. You know, cut one perfect and the other one you just have to cut it anyhow. Then you put the flap on it, then you sew it, and then after that you trim it off. That will give you the best results. So if you want to cut it the same thing, then you sew like this, you're gonna find yourself into trouble. I'm telling you, you're not going to get the perfect work. So that's why always I cut one nicely and the other one I just cut it in the square. Then after that I put it on it, then I'll just trace it and I'll just trim everything up. So you flip everything over, then you iron on top of it. It's more IFC. So let me go and do that and come back. So voila, you can see you can see we have a space here. Everything perfect. You can see the pocket as you've seen. There's an angle over there, so you put back the flap, the placket. You just have to pull it back like that again, then you secure that part. So you just have to join it back. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. On the pocket are 2, so whatever you do to the left, you do the same thing to the right. I say do the same thing to the right. Whatever you do to the right, you do the same thing to the left. So we're going to top stitch at the tip of it. Exactly at the tip of it. Just top stitch so that you hold it down. We're going to do the same thing to this side. This pocket, there are 2 ways of doing it. This one is if I want to do the other one, it's going to be complicated to you guys. It's going to be for you guys, and you will not understand. It's going to be too much, a lot for you guys. So I'll go with a simple, easy method for you guys to understand. Very simple and easy. So you can top stitch on this flap, but because I don't want the thread to be shown at the front up there, so you can see there's a space here. I'm going to leave like 0.2 or 0.3 at that side. Then you can see I say whatever you do to the right, you do the same thing to the left. Whatever you do to the left, you do the same thing to the right. So I'm checking. You can see I'm checking. I want it to lay the same line. I want them to be on the same line. I don't want one to be at the top and one will be at the bottom. So I have to check the other one and check and see, get it right. It's more IFC. It is what it is. Please do and subscribe, like and share and comment. I post videos every Saturdays. If I couldn't able to post it on Saturday, I'll post it on Sundays. And sometimes I do post it on Wednesdays as well. So it's important you click on notification bell. So anytime I drop another banger, it is what it is. When I drop banger, you will be notified. You will be notified. So you just have to trim a little bit off. I'm going to let it fall on this way. I'm not going to sew it straight away. I'm going just want to sew at the tip of it to hold it down, because I don't want the thread to be shown at the front of the fabric, So I just at the tip of it, I'm just going to do top stitch to hold it down, and I'm going to do the same thing to this side, just a top stitch, small one, just to hold it down. It's more IFC. It is what it is. So you can see the pocket is formed. You can see, let me pull it strongly for you to see that it has hold very firm. You can see that, yeah, the pocket is fixed properly. If you want, you can just open it inside and you just add a second stitching, but it's okay. So we're going to fold the flap into two like this. We're going to make our bottom holes. You just make your bottom holes, and we're done. You just have to continue with the rest. If you want to pop the neck, you pop the neck. If you want to put a yoke, then you turn it over. You can do the same thing, but in this style, it's either you put zip at the shoulder line, or you put a bottoms at the shoulder side. So there you choose bottoms, or you put a zipper. It is what it is. If you want to learn how to put a zipper on the shoulder, well, explain, nothing is hidden, nothing is hard. Check on the leg below and learn how to put a zip on your senator shoulder. Very simple and easy, well explained. And how to cut a neck is also there. I have a different style, different tutorial, different style. So do well and check it out and learn different style. This here is about styles, how to create style, making it easy for you to get some ideas. It's more IFC. It is what it is. So do one, subscribe, like, and share. This is the outcome of it. You can see we're done. The rest is yours. Finish the food, iron it, then you finish the food. It is what it is. More IFC. Ciao. God bless you, everybody. Me out.